Hey guys, so I'm going to be uploading two videos this week. So last week I uploaded two videos. One was talking about um, my mom's idea of her being a parent, and the other one was talking about um, toxic people that she knew. And well, if you guys watched the video, you know what it was about. If not, you need to watch that one. So this part of the series is going to come to her recovery, her sobriety. But before we get to that, there is an event I do have to talk about because it did happen. And it is part of the story and the journey of my mom's story of addiction and everything. Like I said in the previous video, emotional abuse and stuff like that. I always talked about my mom. It was not unusual for her to be gone for long periods of time, or not contact me and my sister, or us trying to contact her. And it's we were never, of course we were worried about her, but there was nothing we can do because she left. But we kind of had an idea what she was going to do when she left to go get more drugs and stuff like that. So at this point, we're at an apartment building in Rogersville. Um, that's where I'm from. Not going to say what apartment building it was, but when we were living there, my mom, at this point of her addiction, it was really, really bad. This is like the worst of her addiction. She was just ne- like she took care of herself less. Like I said in one video, this was the the part of her addiction where she actually fell and collapsed in the hallway. I talked about my mom's health and everything in one video. Yeah, me and my sister were in the living room. And all of a sudden, we heard a big thud, and we freaked out. And we ran in the hallway, and we just saw mom laying there. We don't know if like she fell over dead or what happened. We brought her up. She started to have consciousness again, but she was very weak. Um, and like I said, at this point, she wasn't very taking care of herself at all. Because when you're an addict at this point of your addiction, the only thing you're worried about is your fix. You're not worried about your well being. At this state, you're just worried about your addiction. And she left. Um, and she didn't come back for a very long time. Me and my sister were very worried. We had to stay by ourselves all night because she didn't come back. And it was, we were very worried. Only thing we knew what to do was call her phone, and she wasn't answering. It was going straight to voicemail. We started freaking out. Then we got a call from our grandmother. Um, we answered it, and what she told us at the time, my heart dropped. Um, Me and my sister didn't know what we were going to do because, like I said in the previous videos, mom made it all about her and that she was the only one that could take care of us, no one else could. That included family. So what happened was our grandmother called us. She said that our mom got arrested. And apparently that's why we didn't get a hold of her because that happened. And um, they found drug paraphernalia in the car and she got arrested. And me and my sister were like, what does that mean for us? Because, we're just here by ourselves now. Mom's in jail. I mean, where do we go from here? So me and my sister, We took a long walk. We walked to a gas station. I will never forget this. We walked to the gas station. We sat down in the little diner place in the gas station. They have a little area where you can sit down and eat and everything. So we discussed what we were going to do, and me and my sister were shocked. We were like, "What can we do? Where do we go from here?" Because, like I said, my mom made it a prevalent to where she was the only one that could take care of us, like I just mentioned before. And my dad's side of the family, they jumped in. My grandparents, my dad's parents, they're amazing people. I love them to death, and they have always been there for every time something happens. They were always there for us, or there for me as well. So I can't really remember how it came about for them to help us get everything out of the apartment, because we had to get everything out because we didn't have money to pay the rent or anything. And um, I think at this point, I can't remember if mom already had an eviction notice or something. I can't remember, but we were freaking out because we did not want our family um, to be exposed to what our mom was doing, even though we knew they knew what was going on. And but before um, my grandfather, he was the one, and someone. I think there was someone else helping us because there was a lot of furniture and stuff. And at this apartment building, we lived upstairs. Um, I can't remember who else helped us with the furniture and stuff. I know my grandfather let us. He helped us because he had a truck and everything to help us haul everything. But before all that started, me and my sister started freaking out. We had to go through everything in mom's uh, possessions because at this time she had needles everywhere. So we had to throw away a lot of needles. It was really embarrassing. We didn't get all of them. Me and my sister thought we did, and my grandfather saw them, but he didn't say anything. And at this point, I didn't know. We didn't know if our mother was going to stick with sobriety or not. Only thing we were worried about at that time was where were we going to live because mom's in jail. She was going to stay in there for a while. Um, but what happened to her sentence? We'll discuss that in the next video. That's when we're going to start talking about drug court. But my dad's side of the family stepped in. We ended up staying with my dad when my mom was in jail. He took us in. It took a lot of adjusting to do because, like I said, my mom really wanted my father to look like the bad guy. And I don't know if that's because she wanted to do that in a way where, she can get back at him or why she did that. But me and my father, we talked about what happened with our relationship um, and all that. Of course, it was a very touching feeling between me and him because, like I said before, I looked up to my father before the divorce and everything happened. So, me and my father were trying to rebuild our relationship at this time. And we were living in a house with my stepbrother and my step nieces and nephews at the time. So it was definitely a big change for me and my sister from, being exposed to drugs and all these people all the time to being around people that are really loving and caring and We went to church all the time, and we were part of that church community and everything. So we did get to see our mother, or the visitations. I would never forget it. We could only see our mom for so long, and it's not like how you see in the movies. It's not like that glass between them, and you pick up the phone and you can talk to each other. It wasn't like that. It was a little monitor. It was a camera. We got to see her on a little TV. And the visitations, I think there were only like 15, like they weren't very long at all. And the next time that I got to see my mother, I have never seen that look in her eyes in a very, very long time. I knew she was sober. I knew she was clean by the look in her face. And me and my sister, and we all started crying when we saw each other because it's been a very long time since we've seen each other. And those visitations were, they were hard. Um, Me and my sister would write letters and stuff and send it to mom in jail so she can have a little piece of us to for her to have while she's in there. Um, she talked about going through withdrawals and talking about how absolutely painful it was. She said it was the most painful experience. She said it was more painful than childbirth. She said for 3 days she couldn't move. All she can do is just shake, and she had the cold sweats. I mean, if you guys heard about withdrawals, a lot of people can die from withdrawals because your body goes in so much shock. It can get that bad. And she also got saved in jail. She told us about that she was she wanted to let go of all that she did. She asked for me and my sister's forgiveness. It did take some time for me. I don't know about my sister um, being, I think she had different feelings than I did. But I can't really remember. We also she had a phone. She could only talk to us on the phone when she called us from the jail. She only talked to us for so long. Um, and I would add money to her account so she can buy food and stuff in the jail um, and things like that. Um, so it was a really big struggle for me and my sister to go through that transition to where, you know, mom was using, and then all of a sudden she was in jail. I don't think, I know that was the biggest milestone in her life, was being arrested that day. And I actually think she actually um, got to see the officer that arrested her that day, and she actually thanked him for saving her life. That you were an angel sent from God. She said stuff like that to him, and of course that was moving to him because he didn't know that he was going to have that much of an impact on her life because he was just doing his job, and so at this point my mom is in jail. um can't really talk much about um the agreement with her sentence because it ends up being talking about drug court. That is part 11 of this series. That is the next video. So yeah, we're living with our father. Mom is in jail. She's doing great. She's sober and everything. It was just an amazing, well, difficult and amazing time at the same time because we knew our mom was clean. She wasn't doing drugs. She was staying away from these, you know, like I said, these people were just drug dealers and thugs that she was hanging out with, and they were just using her and stuff. Absolutely proud of her at this point for being strong and sticking with it. So that is part 10 of the series. Or is it part 11? Part 10 or 11. I can't remember. But this is going to be the good portion of the videos talking about my mom's sobriety. So in the next video we will be discussing drug court and drug correlation and NA and everything like that. So yeah, we'll be talking about that in the next video. Stay tuned. If you guys know anyone that's doing drugs, or know someone that is, or know somebody that knows someone that is, please comment below, let me know, and I will pray for them. Addiction is a very hard thing to go through. And I didn't go through addiction, but see my mother go through it and everything. It does take a toll on a person's well being. It really does. All right, catch you guys in the next video. Bye.